Reading a book isn't going to help. Clasping your hands together, closing your eyes, and saying something isn't going to help. The only thing that's going to help is believing. One, you have to really want it. Two, you have to really believe in it. So you either have to be desperate enough to the point where you ran out of any other option, you've surrendered everything that you know and everything that you trust and believe in, you know, or really it is there's only two ways of looking at it. Either you're so desperate that you've ran out of options, you feel like there is nothing left to trust, there is nothing left to believe in, so you give up the only thing left, the one thing that you never believed in before, the one thing that you've always said, later, I'll procrastinate later. Or you care enough to ignore everything that you've ever trusted, ignore everything that you believe in, and you accept and you realize that nothing is absolute, nothing is definite, nothing is sure, but one thing you can be sure of is the thing that people doubt the most. It's kind of like a reverse psychology trick. If you're kind of stuck in your own head, maybe you'd understand. It's like you reach a point where you're like, nothing is definite in this world. So if I have to believe in anything, it should be the one thing that's least definite, the one thing that's least certain, right? And you don't have to believe in heaven or hell. If it brings you comfort, believe what you need to believe in to get you through the day. We don't like to think about death, and the reason for that is because it's uncomfortable. It's something you've never experienced. Just like anything you've never experienced before, you're naturally going to have more anxiety towards that because you don't know what to expect. The element of surprise is the number one constant in everything. If something is going to make you laugh, it is most likely triggered by the element of surprise. If something is to arouse you, it is most likely triggered by the element of surprise. If something is going to scare you, it is most likely triggered by the element of surprise, the thing that you expect least, the thing that comes from behind your back and touches you, whether it be a loving hand on your shoulder, or a knife through your back, or a chill down your spine, anything like that. The thing that you expect least, the thing that you cannot see, the thing that you cannot sense because it's behind you, that kind of thing is going to always be the strongest reaction, right? And if you don't know that uncertainty, it's the things in life that we can't control that bother us the most. It's the things in life that we can't have that we want the most. It's that lack of control that's always going to irk you most as a human being. And the thing that separates humans from God is that. And it's crazy to think about too, because God is all-knowing. He has control. That's what separates us. God controls everything. We do not. We are only responsible for our own actions. That's the only thing in life we control. God controls every single factor. Everything. He doesn't control our actions, but he persuades us. And our actions cause reactions. And it creates this domino effect. And it's just this giant circle. Every little thing you do, don't overthink it, but every action you do is going to have an effect on the world in a tiny little way. It's hard to explain, but overall, at the end of the day, what do we have? At the end of the day, we're all going to perish. We don't know what happens after that. But there's going to be times in life where you feel completely stuck. And it's up to you to pull yourself out of it. There might be people in your life who care about you and who will try to pull you out of it. And that might work, but it's only going to work if you want it to work. If you genuinely want life to continue. So you need to ask yourself, why do you want to live? Why is it worth living? Why is it worth going on? Well, do you really want to end it? You don't know what happens when you die. So hold on to this a little bit longer. Because life is just, I know life's unpredictable. There's so many things that are going to throw you off. That sometimes, I mean, it all depends on how you look at it. That can be a very frightening thing, or that can be a very exciting thing. You can wake up and say, I have to go to work today, or you can wake up and say, I get to go to work today. It's up to you. And personally, I view life as a blessing. I didn't have to be born. I didn't ask to be born. I was put here and it was a gift, and I can choose to see it as something horrible and abysmal and just absolutely just draining. And sometimes, yeah, life does drain you, but there's also so many beautiful elements of this earth. We still have trees on this planet. As long as there's still trees on this planet, I think life is worth living. I'm sitting here outside on my porch, and it's the middle of the night. I have megalophobia. I'm looking at these trees, and I was shifting between two thought processes. In the dark, everything is obscured. It leaves the mind to wonder. It leaves the mind to imagination. I was shifting between looking at that tree, looking at the highest branches, and imagining what it would be like on those branches, or just imagining looking at it through the daylight, through the sunshine, the green leaves, the brown bark, a sunbeam shining through it, all the little details, all the little yellow spots on the leaves, the birds, the bugs, the chirping, the cool air, the warm sun on your skin, all of those beautiful details. And then I thought about, wait, last time I was out here, wasn't I scared of those trees? And it shifted my thought process, and I see this giant black thing, taller than my house. And I know if it falls over, it's going to crush me, my entire house, and everything in it, and it's going to go over a large span of space. And that scared me, and then I started hearing dinosaurs roaring, and felt giant footsteps. I felt this giant vibration, this thunder. And that was a terrifying thought process, so I shifted back to the sunny, beautiful day climbing the tree. And it's just so easy, without even consciously manifesting it, just so easy to shift your thought process, especially when things are obscured. So my point is, when something is uncertain, that's when it's easiest to change your perspective. I know it's hard when you feel stuck. You feel like, I'm stuck in a mood right now. I'm depression hit me today, okay? It happens. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not diagnosed. I don't feel the need to be diagnosed because I have this mindset where I know I will get through it. And it's like every thought I had, it lasted about, I'm going to say about a 10-second span of time before it spoiled. Any thought I had, anything, I thought, oh, I know what to do. I'll write a poem. I got in maybe 2 lines and thought, no, that's stupid. It's a piece of crap. And I thought about what I want to do tomorrow, and I thought, what's the point? I thought about what I did today. I thought, what's the point? It felt good for like 10 seconds, and then it spoiled. And it just keeps doing that. And it's just this vicious cycle. How do I break out of it? I mean, it's like, I feel it, it's like, I'm trying, I try to come up with something positive, and then in 10 seconds, it spoils, and it becomes something negative. How do I take control of it? Then I thought, you know what? I started to cry, because I felt like, you know what, I need this. I'm going to let myself feel this way, just for a little while. Let it all out tonight. Let's cry about it. Because tomorrow, I'm going to appreciate life that much more. Because I'm going to look back and think, remember when I was sitting on the porch last night, thinking about all these horrible things and about how life sucks? It's like, I don't have to view things that way. I don't have to live life like that. Today, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to choose happiness. And I'm going to, maybe right now it doesn't look like my efforts are going far. But in about 2 years, who knows, I'll be on the road, I'll be driving, I'll be going places, I'll be doing things. everything comes and goes. Everything is uncertain, and it's your choice. How do you want to see it? You may feel like you don't have a choice when all of your positive thoughts spoil, but you do. Just give it some time. Let yourself feel this way for a minute. Get something to eat. Go to bed. Just keep in mind that tomorrow or sometime down the road, you won't feel like this forever. If you don't want to, you're already on the right path. Take care of yourselves. I hope this went through to somebody. Peace and much love to you.